Welcome to AI for Student Success, the podcast where we decode how artificial intelligence is reshaping education. I'm your host, Liam.
And I'm Chloe. We're so glad you're here. Today, we're really getting practical. We're moving past all the hype and the fear to talk about how students can genuinely use AI as a powerful tool for learning and not just, for shortcuts.
Yeah, that's the core of it, isn't it? It's about studying smarter. So, okay, let's set the stage. When we say AI for students, what tools are we actually talking about here?
That's a great question. We're mainly talking about generative AI. So the most famous is obviously ChatGPT, but there are others like Claude and even some really specialized tools. For example, think of an app like MindGrasp, where you can upload your lecture notes or a super dense textbook chapter.
Oh, wow.
And it creates a summary, flashcards, and even a practice quiz for you, just like instantly.
It's like having a personal study assistant
Yeah.
ever needs a coffee break. And it goes beyond just summaries, right? For STEM students, a tool like Wolfram Alpha can break down a complex calculus problem, step by step. For writers, Grammarly's AI can give you suggestions on tone and clarity. The real benefit here, I think, is the personalization.
Exactly. I mean, in a large lecture, the professor explains something one way.
Right.
And if it doesn't click for you, you might be stuck. But with AI, you can literally say, explain this concept to me again, but use an analogy about basketball, and it'll do it. That is a total game changer for moving from just passive listening to active understanding.
So the tools are powerful, there's no doubt, but the magic isn't really in the tool itself. It's in how you use it. And I think this is where a lot of students get stuck. They ask a really simple question and then get a generic, totally unhelpful answer.
Oh, I see this all the time. The key is just learning how to give good instructions. You don't need to be a tech genius or anything. You just have to be specific. So, for instance, a student might ask, help me with my essay on the Roman Empire. That is way too vague.
Right. So what would be a better way to ask that?
A much stronger approach would be something like, I'm writing a 5-page essay arguing that economic instability was the primary cause of the Roman Empire's fall. I want you to act as a history professor and give me 3 counter-arguments that I should address in my paper. You see the difference?
Oh, it's huge. The first one is just asking the AI to do the work.
Totally.
The second is asking the AI to help you think more deeply. You're using it as a sparring partner to strengthen your own ideas, not to replace them. That's an amazing study technique, really.
And this brings us to, the elephant in the room, ethics and academic integrity. How do we use these tools without crossing that line into cheating?
It's the big question. I think the best analogy is probably the calculator in math class. When they first appeared, so many people feared students would just stop learning basic arithmetic.
But they didn't, right? Right. The calculator became a tool to handle all the tedious computations, which then freed up students' mental energy to focus on the real stuff, like analysis and critical thinking.
But, and this is a big but, there are real risks involved that we just can't ignore. These tools can hallucinate, which is a very polite way of saying they just make things up. They can invent facts, they can misattribute quotes, and they can even create fake academic sources that look completely real.
Wow. Yeah. This is why the most important skill for a student using AI has to be a critical mindset. You have to fact check everything. If the AI gives you a fact or a source, it's your job to go and verify it. You have to think of it as a brilliant, but sometimes really unreliable assistant. You are still the boss.
And it's about transparency, too. Most universities now have pretty clear guidelines. The general rule is just to be open about how you used AI. You can't pass off an AI-generated paragraph as your own, obviously, but you can absolutely use it to brainstorm or organize your thoughts, and then just cite it.
So let's try to tie this all together. The message for students is embrace these tools. Use them to create personalized study guides, to get feedback on your work, and to explore ideas from totally new angles. But just do it wisely.
Emphasize be the pilot, not the passenger. Guide the AI with specific instructions. critically evaluate everything it produces, and always maintain your academic integrity. Your own mind is and always will be the most important tool you have.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for tuning in to AI for Student Success.
So here's a question we'd like you to think about. If AI can handle all the summarizing and basic information recall, what does that free you up to do with your own intellect? What higher level skills can you now focus on developing? We'll see you next time.